something a little bit funny came out. This is a U.S. Navy official release from the USS Nimitz. Here you can see religious services going on, praising the Lord of nuclear power that provides all the energy and light for the ships on board. But no, actually, this is actually just routine maintenance. And there's a lot going on in this photo that is unsaid. But as a former enlisted man, let me tell you a little bit about this story here. So here we have a sailor who was assigned to change a light bulb. That's what he's doing. And this light bulb is in the overhead, above his head. So he's wearing safety glasses. That makes sense. That's a good idea. I'm sure on his procedure, it says wear safety glasses. But look closer at this picture. He's also wearing a hard hat. Yeah, a little bit of overkill there, but in the world of operational risk management, where there can be no chance of any kind of mishap without severe investigation consequences, everybody takes additional steps or enforces additional steps at the command and lower level that go far above and beyond what the procedure says, just to make sure everyone stays safe. So let me outline to you this sailor's day that led to this moment. So he comes to work. He's already on board the ship, but they have a morning muster handing out the jobs that need to get done today. He has to change the light bulb. That's his job. He's got the procedure. This is a reader-worker routine, so he's got to grab a buddy. That's sailor number 2. That's usually more senior than him by maybe a rank or just time on board. Doesn't have to be rank. So now we got 2 sailors with a procedure going to get some light bulbs, maybe a screwdriver to take the cover off there, and then head their way to the officer of the day, or duty officer, whatever term they want to use. This is the officer that authorizes work on board the ship, whether it's in port or at sea. And it's a big ship. There's lots of people doing work, so they all have to go up to the duty officer and get permission to begin work, explaining what they're doing. Now, in a large ship like this, I'm sure they have multiple officers that authorize this work, so they don't have to wait all day just to begin the job. The duty officer will ask them questions like, who's going to be doing the maintenance? Why is the maintenance due? You'll have to show them the procedure, the card with the date on it that says that it's got to get done. And then he'll ask, well, what are the electrical panels that are going to be powering this light? And is the light going to be on whenever you change it? And the answer, according to the card, is yes. And they give them the power panel number. That's sailor number 3. They need to have a sailor at the breaker to shut the breaker off in case something catches on fire or this poor sailor gets electrocuted as he changes the light bulb. So they have to go get another buddy. They come back to the officer of the deck. They got 3 buddies now. They got a reader, they got a worker, and they got a break guy. They're going to be on phone comms because the breaker is not in the same space as the light. So they have to have sound-powered communications between the two. Duty officer is happy. He says, begin work, sailors. They all run off, get their gear and their hard hat and their safety glasses and begin unscrewing the light, as you see here. This is whenever the senior enlisted gets involved because he doesn't want any mishaps to happen on his watch. So there's a 4th enlisted guy now watching the reader, who's watching the worker on the sound-powered phones with the guy at the breaker. Now, there's something that goes on board all the time called qualifications. Junior officers that come on board, whether they're ensigns or lieutenant JGs, need to qualify duty officers. It's one of the first qualifications that they do. This requires that they observe maintenance being done, especially if it's a reader-worker routine with a live electrical circuit with a man at the breaker. So now you have a junior officer who comes in behind the chief petty officer to watch the supervisor, watching the reader worker, watch the worker with the guy on the breaker, 5 people changing a light bulb. And so this goes on without a problem. You change the light bulb, the safety glasses do their job, nobody gets hurt, and they've changed the light bulb on a live breaker. The duty officer gets his update, work's complete. Junior officer gets his signature. The chief petty officer's happy. He goes back and drinks coffee in the goat locker. And then the maintenance gets documented in the 3M system that you changed the light bulb, and everybody in the Navy, all the way up to the president if he wants to, can check the maintenance records of the USS Nimitz and see that the sailor changed the light bulb in accordance with the maintenance requirements. And that's life in the Navy, folks. That's just the way it is. 5 people, 1 operation, 1 light bulb. Well done. So a big salute to all the enlisted out there that have to put up with this freaking system that makes you go through all these checks to do routine maintenance.